All right, happy Wednesday, I think. Um, we're on to Genesis chapter 10. Right after this, I am going to sleep. I worked an 8 hour shift at night, and then I did an Amazon. I took an Amazon delivery route that was about 3 hours. Then I went grocery shopping, went to the gym, and I came home and watched a little TV. And so we're back at it with Genesis chapter 10. Where did we end up with um, Noah just died? That was the thing. We're gonna get to the descendants of Shem, Ham, and Japheth here. So it might be a little wordy, but here we go. This is the history of the families of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the three sons of Noah. Many children were born to them after the flood. The descendants of Japheth. The descendants of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubai, Mezketh, and Tyrus. The descendants of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. The descendants of Javan were Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, Rodanim. Their descendants became the sea-faring peoples in various lands, each tribe with its own language. The descendants of Ham. The descendants of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. Remember Canaan? That's interesting. The descendants of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and Sabtika. The descendants of Rama were Sheba and Dedan. One of the Cush's descendants was Nimrod, who became a heroic warrior. He was a mighty hunter in the Lord's sight. His name became proverbial, and people would speak of someone as being like Nimrod, a mighty hunter in the Lord's sight. So think about that. You get a name from God, from the Lord, and you're a mighty hunter, a heroic warrior. So think about that. His name became proverbial, and people would speak of someone as being like a Nimrod, a mighty hunter in the Lord's sight. Isn't like a Nimrod something different nowadays? Maybe that's something else, but like a Nimrod means you're dumb, but it actually means you're a mighty hunter. See? Man, look at my eyes. Isn't that terrible? Anyways, he built the foundation for his empire in the land of Babylonia, with the cities of Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh. From there he extended his reign to Azra, where he built Nineveh, Rehoboth, and Calah, and Rezin, the main city of the empire, located between Nineveh and Calah. Mizraim, with the ancestors of the Ludites, Anamites, Lebatites, Naphtalites, Pathusites, Cashulites, and the Capharites, from whom the Philistines came. Canaan's oldest son was Sidon, the ancestors of the Sidonians. Canaan was also the ancestor of the Hittites, Jebusites, Amorites, Girgashites, Hivites, Ikarites, Sinites, Arvidas, Zamartus, Hamathis, Eventually, the territory of Canaan spread from Sidon to Gerar near Gaza to Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, Zebulun, near Lasha. These were the descendants of Ham, identified in according to their tribes, languages, territories, and nations. All right, it's a lot. It's a lot of names. So, the descendants of Shem, sons were also born to Shem, the older brother of Japheth. Shem was the ancestor of all the descendants of Eber. The descendants of Shem were Elam, Asher, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. The descendants of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gather, Mash. Arphaxad was the father of Shelah, and Shelah was the father of Eber. Eber had 2 sons. The first was named Peleg, means division, for during his lifetime the people of the world were divided into different languages, groups, and dispersed. His brother's name was Joktan. Joktan was the ancestor of Almadad, Shepheleph, Hazamareth, Jereb, Hadaram, Uzal, Diklah, Obal, Abimal, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. The descendants of Joktan lived in the area extending from Mesha toward the eastern hills of Sephar. These were the descendants of Shem, identified according to their tribes, languages, territories, and nations. So, hopefully I wasn't too close to the screen there. I'm kind of out of it right now. We're not done. These are the families that came from Noah's sons, listed nation by nation according to their lines of descent. The earth was populated with people of these nations after the flood. So a lot of inbreeding going on, it seemed. They populated and filled the earth. So that's what they did. That's what God wanted them to do. Which is interesting because you think of God and maybe that's what he wanted, but I'm out of it. So I'm going to go to sleep. That's it for chapter 10. See ya.